Once, in a small village nestled between towering mountains, there was a wise elder named Micah. She was renowned for her gentle words and kind heart. The villagers often sought her counsel, knowing her words held power to heal wounds, mend broken spirits, and guide those who were lost. One day, a young man named Tano, brimming with anger and frustration, arrived at Micah's doorstep. He had been wronged by a neighbor and was determined to seek revenge. His heart burned with rage, and he could not think of anything but getting even. Micah invited him in, offering tea, and listened quietly as he poured out his grievances, his voice sharp and bitter. After a long silence, Micah spoke softly. "Tano, do you know the power of your words?" Tano was taken aback. "What do you mean?" "I want justice. I want him to pay for what he did." Micah smiled gently. "Your words have the power to build or destroy. Think of them like seeds. When you speak, you plant them in the world. You can plant seeds of peace and kindness, or you can plant seeds of anger and hatred. The seeds you plant will grow and bear fruit. But it is you who will be affected most by what you choose to sow." Tano, still fuming, was skeptical. "But what if I say nothing? Will that solve anything?" Micah took a deep breath. "Silence is sometimes the wisest response, but in your silence, be mindful of the storm brewing inside you. A silent tongue can hold power, but an angry heart can still destroy. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to tame your tongue, but it is often the most powerful." Micah then told Tano a story. A long time ago, there was a great warrior named Kimo. He was feared for his strength and his fierce sword, but he was also known for his words. One day, Kimo was insulted by a rival warrior. His anger burned, and his first instinct was to draw his sword and fight. But as he stood there ready to strike, he remembered the words of his master. "The sword can cut flesh, but the tongue can wound the soul." Kimo paused, lowered his sword, and spoke calmly to his rival. "Your words do not define me. I will not let your insults shape my spirit." The rival warrior, surprised by Kimo's restraint, realized that his words had no power over the warrior who had mastered his emotions. From that day on, Kimo's strength was not just in his sword, but in his ability to control his tongue. Tano listened carefully, the fire in his chest beginning to cool. "So you're saying that if I speak with kindness, even in my anger, I might find peace?" "Exactly," Micah replied. "Words can heal, words can harm, but the tongue, once released, cannot be called back. Be wise in your speech, for the words you speak can shape not only the world around you, but the world within you." Tano left Micah's house that day, his heart lighter, his anger dissipating. He walked to his neighbor's house, but instead of shouting or demanding revenge, he spoke calmly and with understanding. Over time, the rift between them healed, and Tano learned that while his anger had been a fire, his words were the water that could either quench or spread the flames. From that moment on, Tano remembered Micah's words and the lesson of Kimo the warrior. He realized that the power of the tongue was not just in what was said, but in how it shaped the soul of the speaker. If you are still here, please comment, "I speak wisely." Like, share, and follow for more content like this.